Welcome, everyone. I'm so delighted to have you here with us today. I'm very excited about our guest speaker today and can't wait to hear her testimony. My name is Gloria Lybecker, and I started, Asea found me through Marian Palmer, my sponsor, about 11 months ago. And what really has struck me the most about this journey was the people. The people are so real and they're so friendly and caring, and they're so interested in learning about other people and seeing how they can be a blessing in their lives in whatever way the person may be needing. And that's what Marian Palmer did for me. She reached out, she didn't even know me, but she was interested in getting to know me. And when she did that, well, it was like an answer to prayer for me. She started connecting me with other people. And I thought, oh my gosh, there's other people that are interested in getting to really know me for who I am, not what I can give them. And it's just been such a journey, and lots of blessings too with getting to learn about redox signaling molecules. You know, they are not ever intended to diagnose, treat, or cure anything. But what they do is they help our cells communicate. And that's what we're going to get to learn more about today. So I'd like to hand off to one of my team members, Darleen.
Thanks, Gloria. Yeah, I'm Darleen Dozier, and Gloria actually introduced me to Asea about 6 months ago, and it has been a journey, and it's been a beautiful journey to see the results and meet people, real people that have real results. I've used them on my animals. That's how I got started with this product, but the benefits for myself and my family and my friends has been exponential. All these products have checked all the boxes off. They're natural. I have a background in nursing and exercise physiology, so I'm always looking for something that will allow our body to heal itself. And Asea is doing that, and it is a true blessing. So Asea has come out with a new product recently, and it's called Cell Performance, and it's powered by Redox. And it has 3 products that target the mind, energy, and mood. And we have a video that is going to focus on that today. So I'll have Gloria cue that up for us.
Oops. Here we go. Oops. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Okay, work with me here now. Oh, I'm doing this because every time I do it, I do something interesting. So here we go.
What if there was a way to power the untapped potential that already exists in your body and mind? Introducing Asea's Cell Performance. 3 innovative products powered by Redox that specifically target your energy, your mind, and your mood. 3 products to help you take on your next big challenge and achieve more than ever before. Whether you need a jump start to get your day going, or you're dragging and you need an extra boost, reach for Redox Energy. This proprietary blend of powered by Redox ingredients such as B vitamins and natural guarana provides a healthy source of sustained cellular energy to help combat occasional physical and mental fatigue. The moment when your day catches up with you and mental fatigue sets in, Redox Mind gives your brain a boost through selected powered by Redox ingredients like Orange Red Complex. All have been scientifically proven to help improve cognitive functions so you can think more clearly, focus more easily, and improve your memory so your brain can remain healthier as you age. When your day is feeling a little off, reach for Redox Mood. Our Powered by Redox ingredients are synergistically blended to provide your body with what it needs to help produce important brain chemicals to maintain healthy brain cell function, which temporarily regulates and improves your mood. Created with a blend of B vitamins and natural herbs, helps keep your stress hormones balanced to improve relaxation. Asea Cell Performance products are built on redox principles and are powered by redox ingredient blends to target how your body performs at the cellular level. Giving you a more holistic solution, each product uniquely helps your cells find redox homeostasis, balancing oxidants and antioxidants without unnecessary or unhealthy ingredients. Proprietary blends of vitamins, minerals, and time-tested herbs all come together to support cellular health and performance, helping you maximize the hours, minutes, and seconds of every day. The Asea Cell Performance line is researched in depth and proven to work, empowering you to focus on and achieve more than you ever thought possible without compromise. Give yourself more control over how your body and mind feel and perform throughout the day with products built on proven proprietary redox blends. With our convenient, on-the-go, easy-to-use and share powders that you can use anytime and anywhere by adding to your favorite beverage. Make every second of your day count. Get sustained energy, enhance your brain power, and lead a life of vitality and significance, the life you deserve. Asea Cell Performance, powered by Redox. Feel the difference.
So my name is Ruth Crea, and I have been really affected by the cellular performance. I use mood every day, and I use the mind, or every evening, and I use the mind and energy every single day. And they really help me. They help me relax, and then they also help me wake up during the day. So now I'd like to introduce Doria Stewart. She's been an RN for 40 years. Her background is psychiatry, medical nursing, medical surgical nursing, pre and post care from those having general surgery. She retired from major healthcare system in Georgia in January 2022 and is presently working part-time as a pre and post recovery RN in an endoscopy clinic. Doria's love of nursing has been a ministry to her, and her heart's desire is to educate people on wellness. And that's why she was attracted to Asea, because of its uniqueness, and of course because it's non-toxic and works at the cellular level. And so I'm pleased to introduce Doria and to hear her story.
Okay, so thank you so much. It's really an honor to be invited to speak to all of you, and it's really nice to have associates. You know, here I'm in Georgia on the southeast, and you guys are out in Washington State, and I've never been there before. And I know Patricia. I know some of you on the on this call. Marian, I've met you, and of course, it's just been a pleasure to talk to Gloria a few weeks or days ago. So I'm just very honored. But yes, I've been a nurse for 40 years. I kind of just want to share with you what brought me into Asea. And I didn't know anything about redox signaling molecules. I don't remember that in chemistry class. And if I did, I might have been asleep that day. But a very good friend of mine, Dr. Bill Williams, who's a prominent dentist here in Swanee, just kind of reached out to me, and he said, Doria, there's this new technology. It's 10 to 15 years ahead of its time. And he said, I know you're all about, looking into things that, are more natural and alternative, because I'm open, do massage therapy. I do chiropractor, care. I do, essential oils. And he said, I just want you to take a look at it. Well, when I first looked at it, it was very complex and it had a lot of science to it. So I didn't quite understand it, but I was willing to, kind kind of do a deep dive and see, a little bit more about it. So I went into PubMed, looked into, just kind of put redox signaling molecules in and looked at different conditions. And I thought, okay, there's something to this. So what really caught my attention was testimonies. Dr. Bill and his wife have been friends of mine for about 15, 20 years. And they invited me to a Memorial Day weekend cookout. And so they said, we know you like meeting new people, and there's going to be some people there you don't know and some people you do know. And so when I was there, we didn't have a presentation or anything about what redox signaling molecules were. People were just talking about what the technology was doing for them. And so this particular gentleman had, working as a nurse and working on a post-op floor, taking care of patients, I really kind of resonated with his story. He had prostate surgery. He had bad cells and that's the reason why he had to have the surgery. Little did I know, I usually have those patients and they go home the next day, that they deal with a lot of complications related to bladder incontinence, to chronic pain. And so this gentleman is actually on Real Redox Results site. I forget what it's it's Jack Clark. I meant to write down his number, but anyway, he said that, he had, his pain was at a 7, he was hooked on opioid medication, and he was very embarrassed by the bladder incontinence that he has. You can imagine as women, some women have that, but for a man to have that, it's even worse. But anyway, so he said a nurse shared this technology with him. And he said, I want to get off this medicine. I don't want to be stuck, hooked on this opioid medication. And he said, as soon as I got on it, within the first week, he said, my pain had been a 7 and it went down to a 2. And he said, within, I think it was about 90 days, his bladder incontinence completely cleared up. So that caught my attention, because I thought, there's something to this, because that doesn't usually happen. Usually those types of people have to suffer with, having that complication of incontinence. So I thought, okay, so I just kind of I pray about everything. So I just kind of prayed about it. And I thought, I'm all about wellness myself. I'm all about, wanting to teach my patients, I'm all about body, soul, and spirit. So, I wanted to, to find out as much as I could about this, so I could be a good, good educator and share that with people. So I, got the product. Now, I don't have any major health conditions myself, other than being a nurse, 40 years on your feet, 3 12-hour shifts a week, wear and tear on my body with joint pain, back pain, feet pain, all of that. So when I started the product, I first, and I'm sure you all have experienced this as well, is I slept better. For the first time, I slept 8 hours through the night without waking up. All my joint discomfort went away within a month. I had much more endurance, much more stability. It was amazing. And since then, I think somebody was sharing last night about having, and I know we're not supposed to mention, medical terms. So I'm going to say discomfort in my head, which I had, dealt with for years. And I haven't had any discomfort in my head for 3 years. In Georgia, we have high pollen count here, and I usually would have really bad sinus infections and have to be on antibiotics and Medrol prednisone, and I haven't dealt with that either. And so it's really just been a blessing to me. Recently, I fell back in July of this past year, and I have a very large bulging herniated disc. And my orthopedic surgeon said, Doria, if you were in the emergency room, I'd whisk you off to surgery, because that's how bad your disc is. And I said, well, first of all, I'm not having back surgery. I've taken care of a lot of patients that have had back surgery, and they have, they just deal with a lot of pain. So I upped the dose of my redox signaling molecules. I took, presently when I first started the product, I took 2 ounces twice a day, like most of you did. Then I started taking 4 ounces twice a day, because, if you're over the age of 40, which I'm 60, almost 66, that you should, well, I'm at a, of course, at a deficit in the beginning. So I knew that I needed to increase my dose. So I increased my dose with having this herniated disc, which I would have electrical current, like, shocks going through my hip. When I went to Nashville for the convention, I would be walking and all of a sudden I would stop because I had such pain in my sacral area and down my leg. So I just upped my dose and used the Renew 28 3 times a day. And I have not taken one prescription drug for pain medication, nor have I had any muscle relaxers. So my orthopedic surgeon is kind of intrigued about this because that's all he does is write those types of medications. And, I don't have any, I can bend over, I can pretty much, do anything. So it's been a real blessing, that has helped me as well. So most recently, when the Cell Performance line came out, I was really excited because I had the long haul symptoms related to the virus. I've had it twice, and I experienced extreme fatigue. And so even with the redox signaling molecules, it helps with, like I said, with energy and just, stability and, endurance and all. It still wasn't touching the fatigue that I experienced with having that virus. And so when the Cell Performance line came out with especially the energy and mind, I mixed the two together. That I would say, it took about 2 weeks because it does have a cumulative effect. That's what's the beauty of it is that you can take it, it's not just a one shot thing, it has a cumulative effect and it works over time. So by taking that, it really made a big difference and it took care of my, fatigue that I was experiencing. So I love the redox signaling molecules. We're all asked, why do we do this? Why do we share this? And my biggest why is that my son passed away 6 years ago, and he had terrible anxiety and depression. And I really believe that if we had known about this product, that this would have really helped him. So that's my why I share it. And also to serve others is another reason why I share it. I love my team, and it's all about, I think Gloria, or maybe somebody should mention about the people that you meet in Asea. They're just, I've met the most beautiful people, and, lots of friends. I would say with Patricia, we were actually in Texas together, and, just kind of getting to know her, and it's just really, I've worked in the corporate world in the hospital for, 40 years. And I would say I have better friendships in Asea than I did with, where I was working before. It's much more meaningful. So anyway, that's my story. I don't know if you have any questions or anything, but I could answer anything you want me to.
Wonderful. So if you do have questions, I invite you to click on the reaction button down at the bottom, and it'll let you raise your hand. And that way, Doria will be able to see you. So Ruth, go ahead and start.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to have some resonance around using the drinks after being ill for a while, because that fatigue, I'm still experiencing that. And it's really helping me to hear that can be taken away, because that's really knocked me off, because I've never ever had to drink coffee or tea to wake up. And as soon as Gloria brought these performance drinks back from conference, it was like, this is really helping me. So that's really nice to hear. And then the other thing is, I'm really curious, because I have a lot of nursing friends who are nurses, and I'm wondering how to approach them, because they obviously would know more about medical stuff than I would, and I don't want to offend them. So can you give me some insight on that?
Yeah, so I think the reason why I was so open is because I was open to alternative a long time ago. I've, like I said, I've done oils, chiropractic therapy, massage therapy. So I was much more open. And plus it was a trusted friend that came to me. But I have talked to a lot of nurses, a lot of my peers. I'm actually reaching out to a lot of physicians right now. And I'm just pretty much saying, I've stumbled across something that's really changing, and changing people's lives and impacting many of their health challenges. And that's the thing with healthcare, is that, which is just, I think after I found out about redox signaling molecules and I was on the floor still, I was taking care of patients at the bedside because I was a bedside nurse, and giving out medications like, like some patients are getting like 10 to 12 medications at a time. And I'm thinking like, what am I doing? Or what, this is not really, how is this even helping my patients? But, healthcare is all about diagnostics. We have great diagnostic systems in place, much more than what it was years ago, but we're just treating symptoms, and we're not really getting to the root level. So that's what I just share with them. I just, let them know that there's this technology. They really just, need to, I try to say not need, because as soon as I say need to somebody, it's like they get offensive about it. But, I just, kind of share my experience with it. But, I said, just kind of explore, find out about this. Is being, taught in major universities across the United States. And I said, I said, PubMed, you go to PubMed, you can put in PubMed in the condition, and you'll find a lot of articles on it. So some are open, some are not, you just, and share your story, testimony. That's what caught my attention, was a testimony, and the science, I still don't understand all the science, but I do want to share one thing, which is really kind of exciting. You talk about the molecules that communicate within and outside the cell. And I say, it's kind of amazing because they know exactly where to go in the body where there's dysfunction. So I have a very dear friend that had a rare eye disorder, and her eye drops were really expensive. And so she got on the redox signaling molecules, and I had a workshop, I don't know, a few months ago. And Dr. Lee, who's my upline, Osler, who wrote a wonderful book called Redox Matters, was asking her, like, what experience have you had with the redox signaling molecules? And she said, it's helped my eye disorder that I've had ever since I was a little girl. And he said, well, how many drops were you putting in your eyes? And she said, I've never put any drops in my eyes. Well, he said, well, were you just drinking it? And she said, yes. And that just kind of blew me away. That just changed, that took it to a whole new level. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, she wasn't targeting her eyes by putting the drops in her eyes, but yet these molecules knew exactly where to go in her system that had the greatest, dysfunction. And that was incredible. And I'm thinking like, that was a wow moment, for that to, for that to happen and it's been life changing for her, because now she doesn't have to buy these real expensive eye drops that cost, $156. And that's, and she has to put them in her eyes, before she wakes up. And now, the redox signaling molecules is, fill that deficit, because really it's what, if you give the body what it needs, it's going to heal itself, Yeah. So I wanted to make sure I told you about that story because it's just incredible.
Yeah, thank you. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
I love hearing your stories, Doria. So thank you for being so generous and sharing them. Well, maybe I just missed it, but when did Asea find you? How long have you been with
3 years ago? It's just 3 years. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, the other part of that was I was near retirement. And, I thought, well, this would be really good, as much as I, love, helping others and, is that this would be great I need residual income, because my pension check after working at the hospital for 40 years is not very big, it's kind of it's disheartening. It really, really is. And so I thought this would be a great way for me to have some side income. And it's really been very beneficial for me. Now you're thinking, okay, I retired in January. Why did I go back to work? because it's hard to take a nurse that's been 40 years and just go cold turkey and not work. And another reason is because I'm very relational, and it's a way that I can, talk to people,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, so what I'm hearing, though, a big theme in your life is that, life is a ministry to you. You like to minister to life, to people, to really support them on their journey. And it's been a real transformational journey for you. And you want to be able to provide that for others as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And I love how you talked about, the science, like, oh, there's so much science out there now, and that we don't need to really worry about that we can really just celebrate and have gratitude for the stories of these lives that have been transformed. And the more what I've heard, the longer we're on it, the more we discover that it does.
Yeah, it's amazing, like I said, it's on the redox, Asea redox, and it was like a year later, and I'm thinking like, okay, I haven't had any, I'm not going to say it, but I haven't had a discomfort in my head. It's like I don't take any Tylenol. I haven't had any Motrin. In fact, we used to have our medicine cabinets. I don't know if we even have those anymore. That would be, all these over-the-counter medications that we would have to take. Well, mine's empty now. I don't need those things anymore. And that's a blessing, and I think even though I didn't have any major health challenges, and I know that the lady that was on last night, she dealt with a lot of, difficult things in her life. These things were impeding my daily life, and you just think, okay, well, I'm just going to have to live with this. I'm just getting old, and it's just the way it is, but no, it doesn't have to be that way. It's, you can live a very, have a life of vitality and do, I know Patricia, she's in ministry too. And, God's called us to, some things, and we want to be healthy and be able to, do the things that he's, called us to. And so, and live with vitality and good health,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I just want to check and see, are there any other questions that people would like to ask of Doria while we have her here? Okay, then, well, I'm going to invite Marian to then, oh, go ahead, Patricia.
Yeah, Doria, one of the most striking things, I'm sure some of you are not unlike me. There's certain stories or certain things that stick out in your mind and just are iconic. And the pictures that you had posted of your precious legs, having been on your feet for so many years, and then the picture of the exact same precious leg with this, flip-flop on, after using Redox 28, I assume, the gel on it.
Yeah. So I
have
have
to a really
forgot about
tiny
that.
little, my son-in-law's mama, his grandma who raised him, and she'd had an accident where she turned and it was ouchy. And I was able to pull that up on my phone and show her. And it was so striking and so beautiful. It really spoke to her and encouraged her.
It was a surprise for me, because I was drinking the Redox and putting the gel on my legs because I had really bad varicosities in my legs. For years I wore TED hose. And then all of a sudden I said, I'm not wearing these because they're so hard to put on and they're hot. And so I just stopped wearing them. So, and I had leg discomfort, cramps a lot. And so I had taken I'm thankful that I took a picture of my legs, plus they were pale. They didn't have much color in them. And then one day I'm not sure, I can't remember the length of time it took, but I looked down and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they've improved, the veins, they had good coloring. It took care of my calf discomfort. And the veins, I had like really tortoise looking veins that were like ropes, and behind my leg. And now they're like, they're still there, but they were like this long and now they're like this short, So yeah, that was a blessing. The Renew 28, I have it in every room, in my car, my, purse, my bathroom, my kitchen. It's good for everything, for burns and insect bites and sunburns. And I had a dog bite. It healed a dog bite that I had. So it's incredible gel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very powerful. Yeah, thank you for Patricia for bringing that up. So we got another story. Oh, and so Marian, just turning it over to you next.
Thank you. Doria, this has been such a wonderful afternoon. I do have a question. How do you know Lee Osler?
Well, I know Lee because Dr. Bill Williams is a prominent dentist, and Dr. Lee sponsored Dr. Bill, and they've been friends for, they speak all over the United States. So they're best friends, and so that's how I know Dr. Lee. And I'm very blessed to have him as my upline, and he and Dr. Hayes.
We are all blessed to have them as friends.
Yeah.
Such wisdom there. So some of the things that I thought were special today, one definitely is that you want to be used of the Lord to help others, and to have that honesty with people. Another thing is that you didn't think there was anything that you needed it for. And yet then you said, but I had this and I had this and I had this. And I find that is often the case with people. They might think, well, my husband has this, or my son or daughter or friend, mother, but they don't think about themselves. So yes, you did have some problems, and Asea was just wonderful in being able to help that. So I want to thank you for coming, and I want to thank the people for being here. So as we look at Asea, some people are like Doria, and they just have a heart for other people. And when they know something that can help others, they want to share it with others. And so we have a spot for people like you in our wonderful company where you can easily share, and you're part of a team, so that you have mentors to help you, and you learn along the way, and then you become a mentor for others. Some people are just pretty much overwhelmed with the health situation that they're going and having and experiencing. And so to begin with, they're just really interested in, I want to try those products. What can I lose? That's, as I was looking at it, I want to know, is it safe? Does it work? And the science is there. It's 100% safe. And yes, it does work. So we welcome people who want to be customers. And customers can change their mind. And often that happens because when their friends, their family see a difference in them, they want to say, what's going on? I want to have my face look like yours. I want to have the energy that you have and the vitality. I want to get rid of some of my aches and pains. And then some people just have a lot of questions, and we have such wonderful sites. Gloria mentioned at the beginning that she spent a day just researching this. And so if you have questions, we want to facilitate and help you get the answers, because we all care and we want what's best for you. And I want to mention our next session is going to be, do we have a slide on that, Gloria, or not? Marian Sides is going to be our next speaker. Wow, another amazing woman. She is a doctor, and she works with the space program. So that's going to be exciting. And she is an analytical scientist kind of a person. So we can bring our questions, and she's going to be wonderful in answering them. And her topic is going to be effective use of questions, strategies, and relationship marketing. So that is going to be July 19th, which is a Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, and 9 p.m. Central. So the Zoom number is there, and we would love to have you join us. Thank you for coming.